I was just curious, who are you cooking for when you're cooking for Red Rooster Harlem? Who do you hope your audience is?
It's a great question. So I knew in the beginning, the first week, we had to change the policy. Our restaurant was completely packed, jam-packed, but I saw the whole idea about the restaurant was to change the footprint of dining in New York City, allow us to see urban America on the same level as we see other parts of the city. That would do great things for Harlem, but it will also do great things for people to come up and see something different. Once we opened the restaurant was packed, but it was only through reservations. I didn't want to create a restaurant that locals would stare in and say, it's not for me, it's for them, whoever them are, right? Who are we? Who are the new we? Very important conversation. So, you open a restaurant, you're broke, you have a packed restaurant, to take the decision to say, hey, I have to change the policy. We needed to leave a third of the restaurant every day, we still do it, open. And so it was a big call for the locals to say, hey, trust me, please come. Once the locals knew that they could walk in and engage, whether they were in a bar or sitting at a table, it changed everything. It changed to the demographic that we have now. We have 3 customers. We have the visitor from New Jersey or from Japan, very often booked on the 3rd day when they're in New York City, right? And they're booking it online. First day maybe Manhattan, 2nd day Brooklyn, and now Harlem. Boom, booking online. Boom. The New Yorker is pretty basic. Give me a table now, don't you know who I am? I want an 8 o'clock reservation. Click. Right? Pretty basic. Right? And then you have the local. That and the whole idea was also to change that. Why does everything, there's a lot of things in Harlem, but the goal was to create something that was in and of the community. In and of. There's a lot of crap in urban America that's in those places. Very few think that it's actually in and of. And every time you have to have a great experience, go to school, get a job, whatever it is, your mindset is, okay, I have to go elsewhere and do that. This was an opportunity to create something different. So it was very important for me to all 3 of those communities were represented. So Rooster doesn't work. It's a piece. It doesn't work without having all 3 in the building. The locals, the visitor, and the New Yorker. And all 3 wants that. When you walk in, hey, I'm uptown. I want to speak to someone I haven't, that I have no access to. And restaurant is one of those few places where you can have access and engage in conversation on a completely different social structure than you maybe can at work. So it's clearly, obviously, about diversity without putting up any signs for it. But what better way than to break bread? So I'm cooking for that. I'm cooking for you. I'm cooking for New York. Because without New York and the open-mindedness of New York, it wouldn't work. And I will always move it forward, always be different. Whether it's I'm changing the shelf every day, we put something new in, or I just tweaking the menu item, it always has to be different because you guys have to feel and see that we are touching it up, we're moving it forward, we're changing it, because you guys are changing. All of us are changing, right? So it's really a commitment of, I can't phone it in, I have to give you everything I have. And it's a lifetime commitment. And it's also about creating local jobs that are relevant, right? When we started, we had 25 employees. Now we have 160 employees. And it's not counting in the florist, the plumber, all the other people. So when you think about the word restore, what does restaurant mean? It means restore a community. That piece restores that block. It does.